Hey, this is your girl, Tori Nicole. So I'm doing a voiceover for my Get Ready With Me. So you want to achieve this look that's being shown to you right now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And do not forget to subscribe, girl. So we're priming the face because that is essential. After that, I'll be putting on my foundation. I'm using Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid in the color Coconut. I am a drugstore girl. I love my drugstore foundations. Once I get my face covered in my foundation, the next step is to do concealer. I went with a full beat, as you've seen in the opening video. I do a two-step concealer. So I use like the actual concealer that I need to use, and then I go back and use a lighter color just to make sure it pops. Like, I want to look snatched, baby. Like, snatch. As you see that I am actually contouring after that, but I have to say this, ladies, blending is essential. So make sure you blend out your concealer as well as your contour. So as you see me blending out my contour, I'm actually using still the same brush that I use my foundation. It actually kind of takes away the harshness from the contour because it's a few shades darker than my actual skin tone. That is like the go-to, is to really, you know, get as dark as possible. Not super dark, but enough to where you can kind of see the prominent, but also blends well and it looks natural. Like, it's a natural snatch. Okay, you feel me? So after that, once I get my blending done, as you see I'm blending, I go back with the lighter highlighter concealer. I have everything linked in the description box on the video, but I'm using Covergirl concealer. I didn't let them sit as long as I usually do. It's because they're matte. As you see, my nose is partially contoured. You see my little lines. I am still working on my nose contour. It's not the best, but I don't seek out to have like the Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson nose. I just kind of want to accentuate my nose or whatever. So yeah, I'm still working on it. When I get it down pat, I'm gonna show you my tricks and trades. As you see, I'm blending because blending is essential. It's key, okay? So yeah, I'm blending. I will say that I'm using a dry beauty blender. I usually use a wet one, but I actually use a dry one, and it's still blended out the way I need it to. It's always about technique. You see me using a setting powder. This is actually the Covergirl Trublend and Banana, so it can really, my highlight can pop. And then I go with a darker setting powder. Oh, you see that? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, my brush and the powder was not on the same team. But you see I'm using a slightly darker setting powder. I'm using the FitMe powder from Maybelline in medium deep, I believe. I don't know, but I think that's what it is. So I go wherever everything else is, not where the banana powder is, and I go around and set that. And then afterwards, you'll see me sweep off the banana. But I made sure that like the medium deep, because that's basically my complexion, to really make sure it melts into my skin. Because the banana, not so much. I don't want it to make me look Casper as I look right there. But I'm trying to tell y'all, trust the process. So after I get my face together with the powders, I go with some setting spray and just spray my face so I can make sure everything marries together. As you see, I'm using Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. It's an oldie but goodie. For all my beginners, I would suggest this palette. It helps you get comfortable with colors as well. There's a neutral colors as well. You see me prepping my eye. I'm using the same concealer. I think I am. No, I'm not. I'm using my Makeup Revolution concealer because it's not a matte concealer. So it's easier for me to blend that, and I just feel like my shadows blend better with that type of concealer. But you can use whatever you want. You can use eyeshadow base, you can use concealer. But the purpose is to make sure the eyeshadows pop and it sets. So yeah, I'm making sure that my eyebrows are cleaned up as well. I skip my eyebrows because that's a little tedious, and I actually want to give you all my eyebrow tutorial, so stay tuned. So here you see me going in with Zulu. It's a nice transition shade. Initially, I was gonna go for like a gold smoky eye. That's my go-to, but you see me talking or whatever, and I just get in my zone. So as we progress with this video, see that we definitely didn't go with the gold smoky eye. So you see me go with, what is this? No. Zobu. Sorry, I'm going with Zobu on top of the transitional shade. I saw that color and was like, ooh, I can do like a pink eye. Cranberry, like a pink. Yeah, like my whole vision did not go as planned. You see me use a clean blending brush to go behind because I wound up packing the eyeshadow on and then try to blend it out with the brush I was using, and it wasn't looking cute, and so I go back and use it again. You'll see me go through this a few times just because like I just want the colors to pop. So I realized I needed a deeper color, so I wound up getting an Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I think I wound up using Pinker. It's either Pinker or Big Wig, but I want to say it was Pinker. And I went into the deep. I want to say it really was Pinker. I went into there and it created like a deeper in the crease, as you can see. And you see I'm going back and forth with blending out the eyeshadow, because that's, you really want to blend outwards when you're doing your eyeshadow. You don't want to do inwards. Because that build up, and it's hard to blend it out when you blend inwards. It's just not seamless, and the goal is to make sure it's seamless. So I'm going back again with a clean brush, as you can see, and just making sure everything is blended and nothing's really packed on looking really cakey. Like I said, everything wants to be seamless. That is always the goal. You don't want it to look. Oh, you see me talking about my wig and my nails. Shout out to my black women. I'm gonna put their information as well. I'm using Supreme at the very top with the brow bone to marry all of it together. You'll see that it's gonna pop. Look. Yes. It just started flowing like, ugh, so proud. So then I'm gonna do like a cut crease. So I'm going back and using the same concealer that I did to prep my eyes. It's a Makeup Revolution. I'm also gonna link that as well in the description box, because I don't know the exact name, but that's actually one of my favorite concealers, and it's a bang for your buck. You can get it at Ulta for like $5. As you see, I'm cutting out my cut crease, and I'm doing it with both sides. So the first eye is always the trial and error eye, and then the second eye is definitely perfect. As you can see, like I'm using concealer to really shape out my eye. I don't know why I never do it that way, but it's just a little difficult. So then I'm blending out the concealer. You'll probably see me pat. Might not pat. I don't know. I probably left that out. But then I go back again with, I don't know if it's Pinker or Big Wig. I want to say it's Pinker. So I go back with Pinker into the crease to deepen it out again. The concealer kind of took away all that work I did before putting the concealer on. That's okay. So I go back and I deepen out the crease line, and just to make sure you can see that line and see that gradient. Like, it's so beautiful. I really wish I can see what I see right now, but the colors was just so beautiful. So then I am going with Zola on top of my lid, like this blue. Oof. Oh my gosh, this blue, honey, was everything. Like, that blue, like, popped it. Like, I'm definitely giving you unicorn vibes, okay? I like to think that I'm a unicorn. You know, I'm a rare species. But I'm not a figment of your imagination, though. Okay? But yeah, so I'm blending it out. I think I'm using like a fluffy brush because it just gets a little weird when you try to use a flat brush on top of it. I just don't really do well with it. Okay, so it wasn't Pico, y'all. It was definitely Big Wig. So I'm going with Big Wig, and I'm deepening out my crease again, just to make sure everything marries. So Ixnay, the pinker, was definitely Big Wig, and Big Wig's a pretty purple that's in Jackie's palette. Okay, so now I wanted to deepen out the eye, and I was like, oh, I should do a purple, and I was like, no. So Juvia's palette has this beautiful blue, and it's Dahlia. So I put that at the end. You see, I put that in the corner, the outer corner, not the inner. The outer corner, to give it that deep look. Like, I was really going for, like, I don't know. I really don't know what my aim was, but I just want to make sure that everything was kind of like a nice gradient. Like, it just all flowed. It all made sense. So as you see, I'm like patting and blending. Patting and blending just to make sure that everything looks good. As you see, I go back with the blue again just to make sure. So I didn't start at the very outer corner. I started like towards the middle of the eye, and then worked my way towards the end. But you see that smile, because baby, I'm so proud of myself with this eye. I just can't wait to guys see the finished product at the end, even though y'all technically already seen it, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm going back again just to make sure everything is blended. Yeah, no harsh lines on nothing. That's really what I'm trying to aim towards. And I think I got it. Yeah, like, you see, I'm real hype about this. Like, baby, you did that. Look at, you see my face? I'm sorry. I guess I hype. So I had put Revlon Colorstay Vivid Skinny Liner on top of my eye. Of course, like I said, everything would be in the description box, and I'm gonna try to link as much as possible. But yeah, I put that on there, and I was like, yeah, that's what was needed. And the funny thing, I've been having the eyeliner for a while, and I have yet to use it. That was like my first time. I have to say, like, I've always been scared to use like bright colors. I don't know why, but as you see, I'm using a purple eyeliner. That was the goal. I kind of wanted to smoke it out with a purple, and that's basically what I did. So I go first with the eyeliner, and then I go over with, I believe, Big Wig. I think I started off with Big Wig first, and then I started with Pinker afterwards. So yeah, that was what I wanted. I was getting like a little, actually I used Pinker, and let me give you Supreme. Pinker and Supreme, I married those together. I think I started off with Big Wig first. It just wasn't giving me the look that I was looking for. But I go back with Pinker and Supreme, and bam. You see me tapping the palette before I put onto my eye. You always want to tap off the excess powder, the excess shadow. You don't want all that. It's okay to have fallout. I'll show you our trick in the next video, how to, you know, prevent from fallout really messing up your highlight. So I felt like this look was missing something, so I got a white eyeliner out from Wet n Wild, and it set it off, girl. I was so happy. And this is the end. This is the full look. Like, yes. The lashes are from Winked by Shanae. Shout out to my boo. I don't know the specific name because I've been having them for a very long time, but they are my handy dandy lashes. Don't clock my wig. It was lifting towards the sideburn, but it's okay. Look at the iridescent lips. But thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe. Just shout me out. Thanks.